Today's project is working on making some 9-patch blocks. So what I've done here is I've just stacked a few of my different fabrics right on top of each other to cut out the squares. So first I'll trim off the end to get a straight line to start with. And then I'm going to make 3.5-inch squares. So I need to line up my ruler. We'll turn it and we'll trim off the end and cut them into 3.5-inch squares. Blocks here, they're 3.5 inches square. If I've done my math correctly, this should equal a 9-inch block overall when we're done. I've kind of just laid them out in a random pattern, and we'll start by just sewing each row together. Each of our rows sewn together. Before we move on to the next step of sewing them together, we need to press them flat. So let me grab my little board here. And now a trick I recently learned is you want to set the seam, which means keep it how it was when you sewed it and press it down. Then you're going to open it and press from one side over. And then you'll repeat on this side. That will make it lay nice and flat. Another thing to keep in mind is we've pressed outside on these seams. So on our middle block, we want to press inward so that when we sew these seams, they will interlock and kind of lay flat. So we'll do the same thing, setting the seam, but instead we're going to start on this side and press inward like that. And see, then the seam goes towards the middle. Our last one we'll do to the outside again. So now we're ready to sew them together. You can remember how these were laid out. Not like that. Don't want the same things next to each other. So now we'll just take this and flip it like this, sew a seam here, and then do the same thing with the bottom. We'll sew a seam on this side right here. Sewn all the rows together, so we're going to do the same thing. We'll set the seam, and then we will press it from the front. Same on the opposite side. And there you have a fun little 9-patch.